This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 321, The Only Thing That Matters, and Celebrate Awesome, by Ryan Hoover of ryanhoover.me, and I'm Justin Malik. This is a unique podcast, not your typical podcast, one where I act as your very own personal narrator for amazing blogs, totally free of charge. And in this podcast, I focus mostly on personal development and minimalism-related content. And today I'm reading from a brand new author to join OLD, Ryan Hoover, who is the founder of a super popular website, Product Hunt, where you can check out new products, books, even podcasts, and you can upvote them. It's a great idea and a site that I've been part of for a long time, actually. And now I haven't personally met Ryan, but he seems like a super nice guy from what I've read and our little interaction so far, and I love his content. He was recommended to me by a friend, actually, so I checked out his blog, loved the content, asked him if I could read it right here to you, and he said yes. So if you hear this, Ryan, thank you for giving me permission, and I'm happy to be sharing your content. And one other thing before I read these two posts from him, he also contributed to the book, Hooked, How to Build Habit-Forming Products. You can get the first chapter for free if you're part of his email list. That's at ryanhoover.me. All right, I'll leave it at that for now. Let's hear his two posts as we optimize your life. The Only Thing That Matters, by Ryan Hoover of ryanhoover.me. Personal growth is all I care about, outside of my relationship with family and friends, of course. Many others agree, but spend little effort to maximize personal growth. Too often I meet people unhappy with their mundane 9-to-5, spending their weekends quote-unquote playing, yet there are so many opportunities to learn, today more than ever. Here's how I maximize personal growth. Meet smart people. Quote, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room, unquote. I try to surround myself around smart people. Fortunately for me, the Bay Area is filled with accomplished tech and startup professionals willing to meet strangers for coffee. Joel Gascoigne, CEO of Buffer, opens his calendar to the world. Get out of the office. It's easy to use busy as an excuse for not attending events. The challenge is knowing which are worth going to, but sometimes it only takes one to have a huge impact on how you think. Gabe Zigerman's gamification workshop and the Lean Startup Machine opened my eyes to new perspective in product design. Avoid music, listen to podcasts. I rarely listen to music on the bus, at the gym, or when I'm driving, and instead I soak up 2+ hours of podcasts a day. This Week in Startups, This Week in Venture Capital, This Week in Tech, Mixergy, Walled Garden Weekly are a few of my favorites. Read what's useful. I rarely read books. There just isn't enough time in the day, and most are full of fluff that should be shortened to a few dozen pages. Instead, I regularly read blog posts and articles I discover through people I follow on Twitter, Quora, and my RSS feed. Yeah, I still use one of those. I find this content has a much higher time to learn ROI. Build something. It's easy to get consumed by work. Take a break and build something. I've created a few websites, mobile game patterns and mobile game videos, very much a work in progress, and looking for other interesting projects. This is a no-risk way to explore new ideas and practice different skill sets. Demand challenge. I've had an amazing opportunity to learn through PlayHaven's growth as a small, struggling startup to the success it's become today. Thank God it hasn't been easy. Challenge, stress, and a little bit of fear are accelerants for learning. If you can't describe your current company or role using these nouns, leave immediately. How are you maximizing personal growth? Celebrate Awesome, by Ryan Hoover of ryanhoover.me. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about company culture as our once small team has grown to over 50 employees. Maintaining a strong, positive culture becomes increasingly challenging and important as a company grows. Great culture is often hard to define and unique, but a common theme of successful companies is a culture that expresses appreciation. People need appreciation. Quote, people need to feel that their contribution is valued and unique. Paul Graham, co-founder of Y Combinator. Startups are especially hard. Every day, individuals work their ass off, do good work, and sometimes achieve greatness, yet these daily contributions often go unrecognized. It doesn't take much to say, thanks for working late to finish the website design, or I really appreciate you taking the time to help debug the new build. Appreciate in public. We casually express appreciation, but it's often in private or one-on-one. Let your appreciation be known to the rest of the team to help build a culture of recognition. Being in product, I work very closely with engineering and see the fires they often have to deal with. As with any startup, shit happens in production, and it's up to the engineering team to fix the issue, day or night, workday or weekend. As I'm writing this, a few of our engineers are preparing a hot fix this Saturday afternoon over the Thanksgiving holiday. Many others on the team have no knowledge of the hard work put in by these weekend warriors. Employee of the Month, or Moment. While Employee of the Month programs facilitate public appreciation, they're far too seldom and selective. Quote, employees crave feedback, but it's often too infrequent, too distant. It needs to be regular. Daniel Pink, author of Drive, The Surprising Truth About What Motivates Us. Don't wait a month. Don't be recognition greedy. Express appreciation in the moment. Celebrate awesome. Next time one of your coworkers does something awesome, big or small, celebrate it. Let them know you appreciate them and share it with the team. You just listened to the post titled The Only Thing That Matters and Celebrate Awesome by Ryan Hoover of ryanhoover.me. And that last post hit home with me because one of the reasons I left my first job, or second job, well actually third job if you're getting technical, but it was my first job out of college. And I left because one of the biggest reasons was I didn't feel appreciated. I stayed late pretty much every day, built things that improved efficiency to not only my department, but others as well. The pay was terrible, which I didn't care about that much. But after working there only a year and really being part of a lot of different things that I didn't have to be, but I did because I wanted to help and make things better, well, I was somehow given an average rating. Got like a ridiculous standard increase in salary that everyone gets, probably lower than inflation, and no acknowledgement at all for all the extra hours and work. It was unfortunate. The company culture there was really cool and the people were friendly, but I don't know, in terms of employee appreciation, not so much. So yeah, almost all of us work with others, so if you have the opportunity, show some appreciation. Words will suffice and will make someone's day. And really quick, we're just 5 days away from another book giveaway. I'll be giving away the book Minimalism, Live a Meaningful Life by the Minimalists to a random person on my mailing list. So if you want to be a part of that for free and get some free spreadsheets from me to help you optimize your life, come by oldpodcast.com and enter your email address. You can also text in, just text the word optimal to the number 44222. And that's it. I'll be back tomorrow with a book excerpt. It's been a while since we've had one of those, so stay tuned for that, where your optimal life awaits.
Hey, this is Dan from the Optimal Finance Daily podcast, which is a lot like this show, except more focused on personal finance. Justin handpicks the best posts he can find from blogs and authors like Ramit Sethi, Mr. Money Mustache, and more, and I read them to you 5 days a week. So if you enjoy this podcast, come on over and subscribe to Optimal Finance Daily too. And together, we'll optimize your financial life.
You've been listening to Optimal Living Daily. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on each new episode and head to oldpodcast.com. That's OLDpodcast.com for a free gift as well as more actionable tips and resources to help you maximize your potential. Thanks for joining us, and remember, your optimal life awaits.